Getting ready here for second half. Portions of second half brought to us by Don Allen Auto Center. New and used vehicles on sale at Don Allen Auto Center. And
what were we talking about before?
talking about concussions.
Yeah.
And you know, anytime you talk about concussions, you think football, then you go to lacrosse. But I love the survey that the Boston Globe put out, and people that have listened to the program heard me say it before. And I'll ask Rick, the Globe did a survey about 2 years ago based upon facts probably from the year 2010, high school sports. What high school sport do you think reported, and that's the key word, reported the most concussions when they tallied them up from all the high schools?
I bet you it's girls soccer.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Now, do they report more from girls soccer? Do they not report them from boys football and boys lacrosse? I don't know. But it sort of jumped right out at me that this girls soccer with the most concussions reported.
What's an interesting point? I mean, the reason I mention that is because you're obviously heading the ball, and when you jump up to use your head, you make contact with the shoulder or another person's head. And I think I'd seen that stat somewhere myself.
Wow, what a shot that was.
Dana Sundell, a midfielder, inverting behind the goal. Nice shot, elevated shot. And lacrosse. I know I played myself for a long time, and I remember I had one concussion when I played against the Naval Academy.
Naval was Belichick there then?
Steve was.
Steve was.
But lacrosse is really not nearly as rough as a lot of people think it is. It's nowhere nearly as rough as ice hockey, and certainly not as rough as football.
That's why Rick has to wear those dark glasses.
That's right.
The sunlight bothers him.
Yeah, that's true. It's not as rough as football because it has these triggers that make people stay, right?
What's also, lacrosse practice. I played football and lacrosse in high school and lacrosse in college. And, in lacrosse practice, you actually play lacrosse. It's really fun. And, you in the NCAA Final Four in lacrosse, you play 2 games in 3 days. Now, you could never do that in football. In football practice, Dick, as you know, as a former coach, you do a lot of game planning and a lot of
drills.
Because you really can't tackle every day and go full contact. Otherwise, you wouldn't have enough players for your game on the weekend.
Yeah,
Good point.
The system was set up when I worked with Vito, and he had his system. Monday, sometimes you get Monday off, but lots of times it was just going out in shots, and working out. And then Tuesday was a heavy day, heavy on drills. Hated Tuesdays because you just drill after drill after drill, and the kids were tired of it. As a coach, I was tired of it. Wednesday you'd do a little bit of hitting, then Thursday you'd back off so nobody would get hurt,
Yeah. And I remember hearing the great coach Dick Adell from the University of Maryland talking about this because he coached football as well, and as well as lacrosse. And he said, football practice, you love the games, but the practices can drag a little bit, especially as the season goes along. Here we see JT Gambaroni injured his knee on a body check to a Sturgis player after on a loose ball situation. Hopefully JT's okay. It looks like he probably just banged his knee. But then again, Dick, I'm not a doctor.
Well, in a game like this, you don't want to start getting people injured. Too, the game is well in hand. You got the win, but you don't want to lose a player or two that you're going to need on Saturday.
Well, that's right. And once again, don't mean to keep harping on it, but there's nice ball movement there. A nice save by the goalie. Although I will say, one of the things you don't want to do, you coach the kids to shoot low, but you really want to shoot at their hip or their knee, or you want to shoot it off their hip, off their knee. You don't want to hit the goalie in the feet, and that's what they did that time. They shot right at his feet. I'd say that's a pretty cheap penalty there, but they called it. So the Whalers will be a man down in a minute for 1 minute for a slash.
Why don't you want to shoot it at his feet? That seems like a perfect spot.
Well, if you shoot it right at his feet, it's going to hit him in the feet.
Oh.
You want to shoot it low. You want to bounce it. You want to shoot it, in the air past his knee or his hip, preferably offside. You don't want to shoot to his stick side whenever possible.
Penalty coming up, brought to us by Congdon & Coleman Insurance, specializing in the personal and commercial lines of insurance, auto, home, marine business. Congdon & Coleman established 1931 down at 57 Main Street.
Yeah, that penalty, I think Rick Peterson, the other official, made that call on Nantucket. I think it was a little bit of I think in a close game against two evenly matched teams, that call wouldn't have been made. But as we alluded to before, the Sturgis is going to get the benefit of the doubt on these penalty calls. That's why Nantucket has to play a real clean second half to avoid penalties. Sturgis attempts to bring it around on the man down. Probably not what they want to do. They ought to be moving the ball here.
After Nantucket outscored Sturgis in the first period 6-0, they only outscored them in the second period, Rick, 2-1.
Yeah, and I think that's really, that's really more of an indictment of the Nantucket players' sort of attitude in the second quarter. They're much better than that, and they need to play more fundamentally sound, and I'm sure they know it. Here comes Quinn Town on a clearing play. Don't try to do too much there, Quinn, and he did. Threw it away. That should have been an easy clear. Once again, Nantucket makes it hard on themselves. If Nantucket just plays fundamentally right now, they'll be fine. That's a nice play by Bowling to turn him back. We should have been on that kid at the midfield, and we weren't. Sylvia tries to follow check, misses it. It could have been a penalty. Sturgis with the ball behind. Sturgis is playing well now. They're doing what Nantucket's not. They're setting up their offense. They just don't have the skills to follow through with it. Noah Davidson with a nice ground ball. Leads a slow break down the right-handed sideline. Feeds inside. Ethan Fye. Ethan needs to pull it out now, set up the offense. During the halftime, Dick, I asked one of the Nantucket coaches where Jake Pearl was, and apparently he's at the Nantucket Golf Club Scholarship banquet tonight. So that's nice commentary on our Nantucket athletes, and he's.
We wish our best to Jake and all the other 9 student athletes that are out there, and 2 of them will walk away with a nice little prize at the Nantucket Golf Club.
Tell us about that.
Nantucket Golf Club will pick a boy and a girl, or just 2. Just two students. It can be 2 boys or 2 girls, or one of each, and they get a full 4-year scholarship to whatever college they're going to.
No way.
And they keep it as long as they keep their grades up in college for the 4 years. Yeah, if you go up there and party and flunk out,
Wow.
but we have had nobody that ever fell into that category. And they've been doing this now for 8 years, 9 years. There's actually an article in today's Inquirer Mirror talking about it, and it shows some former students who won it: Kelsey Fredericks, Caroline Stanton. I forget.
Full 4 years.
Full 4 years, and they give 2 a year out. So that means that now that they're into the 8th year, they are paying for 8 scholarships each semester.
Wow.
Because you have
Yeah,
two
sure.
2 from each year, and they're keeping it going. They're going to pick 2 from this class tonight, and
That is incredible.
incredible. Nantucket Golf Club, yes.
Nantucket again, really forcing a pass inside. You're skipping a pass as you do in basketball. Sloppy exchange there by Nantucket from Aloisi to Sylvia. Sylvia missed the ball. Now he spins away, looks to the backside to Ethan Fye. Looks now with JT Gambroni on the sideline with a nice pack on his knee. Looks like Nantucket's going to it. There's a nice,
What a shot.
nice outside shot by Johnny Bowling. Hopefully that'll wake the Whalers up.
So Johnny gets his second of the game, and that gets it up to 10-1.
Now, number 35, Nick Luzo, is in at that third attack spot, so he'll be carrying the ball behind in place of JT Gambroni. Nick has had I've not met Nick, but heard great things about him. I've watched him play for a couple times this year, and he's playing very well. He's only a freshman, and he's an attackman for the varsity, but he also plays some defense for the JV, and is quite good at that as well. Sylvia wins the ball backwards to himself. He better get over the line. He's being chased.
Well, JT is probably going to sit out the rest of this game. I doubt if they'd want to put him back in.
Yeah, it's probably just a bruise, but as you say, there's no sense in aggravating if he can get it rested up for the next game, which I believe is this weekend.
They have a game Saturday, yes.
Luzo with the Canadian-style cradle behind the goal. Moves it out to Bowling on the wing. Up top to Sundell. Over to Sylvia. Nantucket could move the ball a little quicker. They're standing around in the perimeter. Cutter from Dana. Shot. A nice overhand right-handed shot by Sundell. Almost went in the upper corner. Here's another one.
The goalie got a piece of it though and kept it out.
Left-handed shot by Sindel. That's a very nice shot. Low lefty shot to the goalie's offside.
You got it.
That's exactly where you want to put it. Dana Sindel was a freshman when I was coaching in 2011, and he was really, I'm not sure he'd ever played before, and he stood out right away as a great athlete, and then missed the 2012 season with a series of concussions that he sustained in soccer, as well as he's a very good snowboarder. And he's back here in Nantucket for the spring this year, and I'll tell you, he's a really wonderful young man and a great athlete.
That goal brought to us by Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation. Over 40 years of dependable service, fuel oil, automatic fuel delivery, diesel fuels, residential fuels, senior prices, budget programs. They have it all. Give them a call, 228-2411. Harbor Fuel, peace of mind. Off, hit the post.
Very, very nice unselfish play there by Ethan Fye. He could have taken the lefty shot easily. Instead, that one more pass down to Nick Luzo, who I believe he hit the post that time. I believe Nick is a natural lefty, which gives the Whalers the advantage of having two natural lefties on attack. The advantage there, Dick, is that if you're left-handed attack, but it makes it much easier to feed a right-handed cutter. And since most people are right-handed, you can feed most of your teammates better.
There's an interesting.
A lot of good information.
Good information. It's always good to have an old coach up here.
Absolutely. I'm learning more about the game than I have in a long time. I don't know that much about it,
though. No. I'm been learning on the fly.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to really learn about lacrosse, there's a wonderful piece written by John McPhee. You probably read John McPhee before, Gino, and writer for the New Yorker.
Okay.
And he has a piece in a book called Silk Parachute, and it's a piece called Spin Right, Shoot Left, and it's about the development of the sport. It's very interesting, the whole history of lacrosse and its development in the modern era. Here's a nice look inside, mishandled by Sarney. Now it's going the other way with Sturgis, although can they clear it? It's been a problem all day.
I'm going to put you on a spot, Rick. You mentioned in the college the Final Four of lacrosse. They play the 3 games in 2 days, something like that.
2 games, 3 days. Yep.
Yeah. Who do you think the Final Four is going to be this year?
Well, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that are,
I know you hear the same names over and over again.
Well,
who do you think will make it to the Final Four this year?
Well, after watching the ACC tournament last weekend, I think any of those 4 teams could be in it. Duke has been playing really well after starting out slow. John Janowski's teams always do. They're defending national champions. They've got Miles Jones, the best midfielder in college lacrosse, probably the best athlete in college lacrosse, or one of them.
Now, Duke had the black eye from that bad publicity they got a few years ago. Did they completely get over that now? Is that
it was
all
on 60 Minutes a couple of weeks. Not only.
I mean, I saw it on 60 Minutes, but the fact was out there that while it was happening, everybody believed it, and then 60 Minutes said it didn't happen.
Oh, no, it didn't. And not only did it not happen, the district attorney that brought the case is completely disgraced, and the woman that was involved, the accuser, turned out to be a career criminal. So they've kind of settled all that. It's all behind him. Duke's won 2 national championships, I think, since then, or maybe 3. But anyway, the ACC is real strong with Syracuse ranked number 1 right now, and then, of course, Syracuse has our former Nantucket Whaler, Akeem Leckey, is in his second year as a captain, and he'll probably be an All-American this year. Then North Carolina, Duke, and Notre Dame, with University of Denver looking in as a possible Final Four team as well.
CML Luisi trying to get John Balling off the field, who's limping a little bit. Again, he doesn't want to start picking up injuries here.
Looking at James, I think, and seeing that collision he had, I think he got a real hard bump on the knee, so he should be all right. It wasn't a twisted type injury.
11:01 with about 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And the next goal is, if Nantucket gets it, is sort of a magical goal, right?
Oh, that's right.
The running time, yeah.
It puts them up by 11, and that makes running time the rest of the way.
Nantucket's made a few little plays here that really have held them back. I think they're playing a little better here now in the third quarter than they were in the second. And it's, oddly enough, they have some of their backup guys in there who I think tend to play more fundamentally sound against the weaker teams. They better pick up Luzo there.
Well, the backup guys want to play hard so they can get themselves on the first team.
That's exactly right. Once again, Nick Luzo mishandles the pass from Ethan Fye, but he was open there, and that's a nice look. Now, Sturgis trying to clear the ball. Nantucket's playing a press ride. They're playing down on the guys as opposed to dropping back. Teams use both techniques. Sturgis has 30 seconds to get that ball into the offensive box, so they better hurry up.
The goalies sort of got lost in limbo. They're just dancing around, not knowing where to go.
The one thing I don't understand about Sturgis clear is they keep trying to. Their clear revolves around passing the ball to the long sticks in the middle of the field, which is ordinarily exactly what you don't want to do, because the mishandled pass there can result in a goal pretty easily. Here's Patrick Finley off the ground with a loose ball. Sylvia with a nice pickup on an errant pass. Beats him up the sideline. Fake pass. Another nice save.
Yeah, the goalie hit his whole body in front of that and somehow kicked it up and over him there, which saved it from going in. The Sea Grill, Nantucket's distinctive seafood restaurants for all seasons. The freshest seafood prepared your way at the Sea Grill.
Sturgis player overplays Sylvia, and he shoots stick side and waist. That was an easy save for the goalie that time. Hardly had to move his stick. Nice outlet pass, even the little unorthodox, but he got it there. These Sturgis kids are holding their own, and they're smaller, they're overmatched a little bit, but they're not giving up. And there's a goal.
And what else? Oh, okay. Right at the period mark. Wow.
Period ends and the goal counts, so it's 11-2. We've played 3 periods here. We'll take a short break and be back with 4th period action. The clock.
Oh, there's no. Oh, okay.
All right, so Sturgis gets a goal that period. After the 6-0 start, Rick, it's not a bad game for Sturgis.
No,
They've
not at all.
only been outscored 5-2 over the last 2 periods.
And I think Nantucket will admit when they see this on tape that they've been their own worst enemy a lot of times today. Nantucket with some younger guys in there. Jacob Aloisi, number 13 at long stick midfield. Alex Small at midfield. And number 14, Ben Lombardi, another freshman at midfield. On defense right here, Lombardi. Sturgis called for warding off. Nice call, Chris. Rick Peterson, the other official today, is a former head coach at Marshfield High School.
No waiting for your prescription refills. Phone ahead with your prescription refill numbers. Island Pharmacy will have your prescriptions waiting for you when you arrive. That special number to call, 228-6416. Island Pharmacy, nobody does it better.
Alex Small, the nice clear there, uses his speed. Slows it down smartly and gives it out to Ethan Fye on the wing. Behind to Nick Luzo. Intercepted by the goalie on the feed. The Sturgis goalie's played really well. Kind of unorthodox in his stick work, but he's getting the job done. Nantucket almost goes off sides. Sturgis number 8 to the middle. Loose ball picked up by Patrick Finley. Patrick's very good getting the ball off the ground. Patrick gets the ball behind, settles it to Nick Luzo. Carries it right-handed, looks for that cutter. Behind to Parker Hall, a midfielder. Parker gets it through. Shot and another save by the goalkeeper.
Wow.
Big save there. Goalie's getting hot, keeping Nantucket off the scoreboard.
Nantucket needs to stop the ball here. Skip pass and goal.
Oh, that was a good one, huh?
So Sturgis is making a little bit of a comeback here.
Real fundamental breakdown there by Nantucket. You're supposed to have one person stop the ball and then the two other defenders get on those pipes in a triangle. That time they didn't get back on time, a little bit lazy, and Sturgis skipped the pass. Easy shot, easy goal.
Remember, if you would like to be a sponsor here on Visitor Network TV, Channel 99 Nantucket, Your business logo and contact information plan for 6 months, 24/7. A free 15-second ad, a $500 value plan for 1 month, 24/7. Your ad can be used in your Facebook page or on your website, and you become an official sponsor of Wheeler Sports TV and have your business name read during the games by myself. The total cost for that is $500 for 6 months. Give Gino a call, 825-8817. You can do that on Nantucket or up in Maine.
You got it. It's $20 a week.
$20 a week?
That's what it works out to.
So I'm looking for my first Maine advertisement, so I'd like to see them.
Exactly. That will be nice.
Sturgis offsides there for a 30-second technical on the clear by Nantucket. It's wiped out because of a goal scored by Nick Luzzo. I think the feed came from Ethan Fye. Real nice play there by Nantucket. And once again, the young kids showing that, they're competing hard.
So Nick gets on the scoreboard, and that makes the score 12-3.
Freshman Alex Small facing off
13-3,
here.
I believe.
Clamps it. See if he can win it to himself. Out to James Aloisi. Nantucket didn't box out that time. Shot and score.
Oh my goodness.
13, I think that's his third goal for Sturgis. I don't have his name, but he's flying in there, putting them in, and Sturgis scores again.
That's a nice play by 13, but I'll tell you that once again, fundamentally unsound lacrosse by Nantucket. That should have been an easy ground ball off the face-off. We didn't win it. And then once again, nobody picks up the guy at the point of attack, which is it's the fundamental thing you have to do on a breakaway.
That goal brought to us by Outdoor Power. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, Saturday 9 to 1, and it's time to get your lawnmower sharpened. I was over there getting mine sharpened. Outdoor Power.
Yep.
Well, Dick, your lawnmower gets more use than most people's, right?
It does.
That's true. He keeps busy.
Another goal.
Luza with a goal and a long assist from Sylvia. I think Nick was trying to catch the ball and cradle it before he shot, and when he went to catch it, it almost deflected off his stick into the goal.
Yeah.
But he was still in a great position there. That's a nice look by Sylvia. And those are the kind of plays that Nantucket's got to make.
That's one of my favorite things in sports. It's better to be lucky than good.
Well, yeah.
Nick was lucky. He was in the right spot. The ball bounced the right way, and he'll take it. Looks the same in the scoring sheet.
That's right. And you see that kind of goal at all levels. It's not that unusual. Here's 13 again. Hopefully Nantucket's figured out he's the guy they have to cover.
Yeah, they're going to cover 13.
It doesn't appear to be so, as he almost scored.
Oh, big save there.
That was
Quinn Town picks up the loose ball here, looks up to the middle of the field. Kind of a marginal pass there to a freshman, but still, Nantucket looks like they're going to. Ethan Fye with a nice ground ball.
Now, our goalie's a freshman, right? That's a good thing.
Our goal right now, Lars Strudwick, yeah. He had a real good year last year at the middle school level, and he's backing up the senior Bailey Shirley in the goal.
But it's good to get a freshman some action like this.
You know, it's funny. Goalkeeping is a position where you see a lot of freshman starters in lacrosse at the goalkeeping position. It tends to be a position where somebody's good at it at a young age, and they just stick with it.
Now, that was my next question to you. As a coach, do you see a kid that comes into the program that the only thing he's going to do is be a goalie, or do you sort of have to find a kid some years and make him a goalie?
Well, really, in the time I coached at Nantucket, we were always fortunate in our successful years that we had guys that were Jamie McCoy, who went on to be a great college player, Tucker Harvey, Paul Emack, who also played in college, Keith Clemens, who was a real good college player.
So all those guys came in at the program as goalies, and that's the only thing they wanted to do.
That's exactly right. And Keith Clemens, Paul Emack, they all played goalie. Really what you want to do is start when you're a young middle school or even elementary school. And as a youth or elementary school coach, you want to get a couple of your best athletes and encourage them to try out.
Clemens transferred in here, right? He wasn't a Nantucket
he transferred
kid.
in as his school did not have lacrosse, and he knew he wanted to play college lacrosse. And his dad had some work out here. I guess he was in the construction industry.
I remember that story, yeah.
So he just came in here and ended up playing as a four-year starter at Hendrix University out in Arkansas. And when you struggle, it's tough not having a good goalkeeper. It really is. It's hard on everybody, including the goalie. And you want to have an athlete down there. You don't want to have a guy that's down there just because he can't play another position. You look at a guy like Paul Emack, who was one of the best athletes in the school at that time, and he was our goalie.
Yeah, Paul amazed me that he became the goalie because I knew Paul. I was still teaching when Paul came through the middle school, and he was sort of for better adjective, a flaky type kid, but he really gunned in and put his mind to being a good high school goalie.
He played in college, and as did Jamie McCoy was one of the. I think his junior year at Roger Williams, he had the best save percentage in the country. He was close to 700. And he's, of course, teaching at Nantucket High School now. Shot, and another nice save. Penalty flag down there. Looks like it's going to be a slash. Let's see. No technical. 30 seconds. Nantucket will be extra for 30 seconds.
30-second penalty brought to us by Albert G. Brock Insurance wants to wish each student the very best school year. Albert G. Brock.
Nantucket's keeping their younger kids out there for the extra man play, which I think is a nice move by Coach Chambers and Coach Aloisi to give these young guys an opportunity to play extra man. And, and like we said, Dick, extra man's all about moving the ball, and these young guys are doing a better job of it today than some of our starters are, so why not give them a chance?
It's a very exciting game right now. I mean, it's all in Nantucket's favor on the scoreboard, but as far as the excitement goes, it's back and forth, and Sturgis has gotten a few goals, and that's making them happy. Yeah, we got a few goals against Nantucket.
That's it.
Nantucket's staying wide, moving the ball like you should on extra man. Sturgis in the 2-1-2 zone. What Nantucket's got to do right here is get Sturgis playing out now. Just move that ball. Move that ball.
Penalty's over, so Nantucket didn't take advantage of the man up.
But as frequently happens, I was about to say, Dick, so many times in the game of lacrosse, you see goals scored just as the penalty is over.
Nantucket needs a hit to get back in this game. Break up the no-hitter. They need 7 runs to get back in the game. But Dick Herman here, Jim Hollis, Dennis Cameron, and the weather's fine. And go Whalers!
Okay, Jadelin, the Whalers send up a pinch hitter. Back to the scorecard, Dick. Sierra Gray.
Yeah, right now,
And Sierra is a. What year is she in, Dick?
Sierra is a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay.
Listed as a sophomore catcher.
Yeah.
Backup catcher.
She's a left-handed hitter, too. So it looks like the Whalers going to their bench, getting everybody in.
Right now, the Whalers want a base runner somehow.
Yeah. And there, whoa!
There it is! The breaks up the no-hitter.
Going one.
In the perfect game, she's going to
Yeah,
get a
she's
triple.
going to go all the way. No, there's a no-hitter. It's a home run.
Pinch hitter by Sierra Gray. And the one swing of the bat breaks up everything. The no-hitter, the perfect game, and the shutout.
Wow.
So the center fielder had got the ball. I thought she was going to hold it to a triple, but in hurrying the throw, Dennis, she sort of threw it underhand, which sort of surprised me. Once she threw it underhand, she got it to the cutoff person, but the cutoff person was standing almost in right field herself by then.
A shot by Sierra Gray. And that livens the crowd up a little bit.
That big home run was brought to us by Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation. Over 40 years of dependable service. Peace of mind, Harbor Fuel, fuel oil, automatic fuel delivery, diesel fuel, residential fuels, senior prices. Give them a call, 228-2411.
So how would you feel? You're pitching a perfect game, and then
Have that happen to you.
You got a pinch hitter.
Yeah, you figure a pinch hitter is going to
and
do that.
She hits a shot. Mia Mark strikes out for the first out of the inning. Brooke Campbell the batter.
So the right fielder and the coach is having a discussion, and the right fielder says to the coach, the next time that happens, I hope it does happen, should I run over and get the ball too? Coach says, yeah, do that. You would think that would be obvious, but the young lady is just checking with the coach. Didn't want to infringe on the center fielder's feelings by running over and getting the ball from him.
Wow.
So a big,
That
big
yeah.
exciting start to the 6th inning here.
And there's a line drive by Brooke Holgate. And she gets the second hit. Both this inning.
So Nantucket is come alive here in the 6th inning, trailing 7-1, but all of a sudden has another runner on base.
She retired. The pitcher retired 15 in a row before that home run. Maybe she's getting a little tired, Dick.
Right.
And now we have a score talking to the umpire. Wow. All right, we have a little stop in the action here. All right, top of the order for Nantucket, I believe, is Farrell Deuce.
Be interesting to see if she comes in next inning and pitches.
And she's hacking away. Farrell has been up twice. She's popped to the second baseman and popped to the shortstop. And there's a pop-up straight up.
Somebody might get this one.
No.
First baseman.
No, first
overruns
baseman,
it.
no. So Farrell stays alive. Ground ball to first base, through the first baseman's legs. And, all right, Farrell is going to get on. Right through the first baseman's legs.
In the old 5-hole, if we're playing hockey.
All right, so the Whalers have something going here, Dick.
2-1.
Campbell moved to third.
Yeah, she hustled over there.
And we got a runner on first. We got one out. And Isabel Kyberg, the batter. The Wheels threatening. And there's a shot to right field. That's going to get by. One run's in. 2 runs are going to be in. And Kyberg's going to get into third base.
So a 2-run triple, and all of a sudden it's 7-3 here.
Whoa, 2 RBIs. So now we have drama in this game, Dick.
So
One out.
So I said one time through the order that get to see it, but they're going through second time, and now as they're coming up the third time, they're getting the bat on the ball, Dennis.
All right. And the Kazea Duat is the batter. And with a runner on third, 1 out.
Winthrop Vikings.
It all started with one swing of the bat by pinch hitter Sierra Gray. Shot over the head of the center fielder, home run. Okay, Kazea struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. And maybe this pitcher is Mara Lanza, maybe getting tired, Dick.
Yeah,
Fires that one by Kazea.
Winthrop Vikings coach called a timeout there and got his infield together, saying let's bear down. But Duart here could.
She can make things really hard on him.
If she gets a hold of one, we really have a ball game going.
And the outfielders are playing fairly shallow. And there's a pop-up. That's going to drop. That's a base hit. And that's another run in.
7-4. So Duart drives in a run.
And there's still only one out.